I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and another Power Hour Speed Clean with me, where we're going to get as much done as we can in a short space of time. Let's get started. Now I'm going to do what I always do when I do my Power Hour and pop some wireless headphones in. I tend to just use one at a time, partly so I can hear the children with the other ear and partly so I can charge one and use one, and then one goes flat, I can swap it over. And I'm going to put some music on. Sometimes it's an audiobook, sometimes it's music. At the moment I'm really into In the Heights, which is the audio track from the film. If you haven't seen it, it's a musical. It is the first musical that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote before Hamilton, and it's fantastic. So I have emptied the dryer and the dryer fluff, too busy talking about musicals to tell you what I'm doing on screen. Now to empty the washing machine and then refill the dryer. It's always important to empty the dryer fluff to make your dryer more efficient and to stop it being a fire hazard. So we've got the washing, the drying anyway on. Now I am actually going to go and strip the bed. So I haven't put a load on yet because I've got to go and get the dirty sheets from upstairs and put them in the washing machine, which is why, if you are wondering, I haven't put a load on into the washing machine yet. So what I'm doing at the moment is sorting out the laundry that is clean and has been dumped. Now, in theory, my best self that is organised and has enough time takes the washing directly from the dryer and sorts it into this tier system thing that I've got going. So there's a box for each child. You can see that's Dylan, William, Bella and Zara's, and then the very bottom box is dirty wet washing, like damp stuff that I don't want to go in with my other dirty washing that is dry, if that makes sense. And then myself and my husband have got a box just behind that grey door. So in theory, all of the clean dry washing gets put directly away. In practice, life happens sometimes and I'm in a rush, I'm dashing out to go and get the children or whatever, and I just empty the dryer, dump it in that basket that I'm currently emptying because I need to get another load into the dryer and I run out of time. So then what happens is I have to do this catch up, putting laundry away thing. Now, when those boxes are full, they are given to the children and they put away their own laundry. They do this with varying degrees of independence. The bigger three, who are 17, 9 and 6, can do this totally independently. My 4-year-old does need some help. My 6-year-old needs quite a lot of encouragement and hand-holding, but she's capable of doing it, even though she finds it sometimes emotionally challenging. So I'm just emptying out the children's boxes now to give to them into these baskets so they can take their stuff away. There you go, there's a little one. That's Zara and Bella. Zara's actually taking it the wrong way. Wrong way, baby, it needs to go upstairs. Good, good, that's it. And Will, he's going to take his. I've already dumped Dylan's stuff on his bed because his bedroom's downstairs. Now to strip and change my bed. Now, I always find changing the bed is like a flipping workout. So this is a king size bed. In our last house, we had a super king size bed. We couldn't fit a super king in this house because the room was just that little bit smaller, but it's still quite exhausting to do this process. I always end up getting really hot and bothered. And this time I probably do it every other time. So I'm actually stripping the pillowcase protectors and the mattress protector as well. So I probably do one bed change where it's just sheets and pillowcases and duvet cover. And then the next one, I do all the protectors and things as well. It does keep the pillows much cleaner and fresher. Previously, when I haven't had pillow protectors, the pillows have gone really quite gross. So the pillow protectors do protect them. They also make them that bit fluffier, I guess, because they're quilted. So you probably noticed as I was taking the pillow protectors off, they are zippy ones. I zip them up to stop things getting stuck inside them. And then this is a button-up duvet. So I am buttoning the duvet cover up because it's huge before it goes into the washing machine. Because if I don't do that, I end up losing things like pillowcases inside it and it's a real pain in the behind. So that is all the bed stripped. I'm now going to get a load on. So I've got some of the sprinkly things. I always forget what they're called. They're called scent boosters, that's what they're called. But the name that always comes to mind is sprinkly things, which is not what they're called at all. Scent boosters. So the scent boosters and the pods go in first. and then I stick some of the fabric softener in the drawer. I do like to use all of the same scent when I can, but sometimes I've run out, so I can't do that. So back upstairs, and this is where I store my clean, dry bedding in that Calyx unit in my bedroom. I do have 2 sets of bedding, at least 2 sets of bedding for each bed, so I can put it back immediately, because I really hate having a naked bed. So I mean, technically I could strip the bed, wash it all, and then put it back on. But there's 2 reasons I don't like doing this. One is because sometimes you get to bedtime, it's not done yet, and then you're exhausted and you can't face it. And I just prefer to have it put back properly. And the second reason for this, it's like my backup system really. If in the middle of the night your children come in and vomit on your bedding or on their own bedding, it's good to have that spare set to be able to change it into immediately. Has this happened to me more than once? Yes, it has. It has happened to me more than once, where I've had to change someone else's vomit off my own bedding in the middle of the night. So you're always grateful for a second set of bedding when that happens. You may or may not have noticed, I think this sheet actually belonged to our previous bed. If you can see down the bottom of the screen, it's looking a bit on the baggy side. I think this is because I've still got one Super King white sheet, which I haven't bothered to get rid of, I've just got as a spare. So it's slightly too big for this king size mattress, but you know what? By the time I stuck the duvet on and the throws on, you're just not going to notice that. I did, if you probably noticed earlier, pick up the ottoman bed in order to tuck in the sheet. I find that a little bit easier. I always like anything that makes life a little bit easier. The other thing you're probably going to notice, some of you will judge me for this, and I've talked about this before, but my bedding is super creased because I don't iron bedding. I don't do it. I've got 4 children, I work full time, I don't have time in my life to iron bedding. However, I have got a little cheat, a little hack that I will show you for how I make it look less creased and just look a little bit tidier. So the bottom sheet I'm really not going to worry about because it's going to be underneath all the things. So I'm going to put this duvet on now. This is the bit I find exhausting, to be honest, kind of wrestling everything back together. Stripping it's not too bad, it's putting it back together is getting into more of a workout. I tend to end up having to open the window for a bit of fresh air because I'm all like, whew, I'm warm doing this. So tucking the the duvet into the duvet cover, and we are going to do the little hack very shortly to make that incredibly creased duvet cover just look a little bit less rubbish, really, because at the moment it's not looking the best, is it? It's all been folded up. This is not the kind of thing that I'm going to lose sleep over. In fact, I will sleep very well tonight because one of my favourite things in the world is getting into fresh sheets. It is bliss, especially when they smell really good and you've chosen washing powders and things that you like. Right, I'm going to use a bit of crease releaser. This is a Lenore crease releaser. I have made my own crease releasers before. I have got a blog post, which I will link below, about how to do that if you want to make your own. But basically, I'm just going to spray this crease releaser, which smells just a lot like fabric softener. Then all I'm going to do, once I've given it a good old spray with the window open for a bit of fresh air about the place, is just smooth it out. And once it's all been smoothed out and dried, it will dry nice and flat and decreased. I'll show you when we get there. Anyway, we're on to a bit of glass cleaning now. I'm going to do, for the rest of this power hour, I'm going to focus on glass surfaces around the place so that I've got one product out. There's certain ways I do speed cleaning, depending partly on what needs doing, partly on my mood. I think when you do cleaning, if you've got the whole day, you're doing a whole house speed clean, then great, you can do everything. It is very rare that I have enough time to do a whole house. My cleaning is generally made up of power hours. More realistically than that, it's made up of 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I'm in the bathroom, I'm giving a clean. I'm in, I see something needs cleaning. I always have cleaning products to hand on each floor so that if I see something needs cleaning, I can grab it. I've got things in my bedroom, got things in the bathroom. Anyway, you can go deep and you can deep clean an area. You can go wide and you can do like a surface clean on all around the place. Or you can do what I'm doing now and just choose like a topic or, that's disgusting. Look how gross that is on my husband's side. Ew. So in this instance, I'm choosing glass products because I've got glass cleaner out. So I've got one product out. I'm just going to run around, find all the glass things that need cleaning and clean them. And that's what I'm going to do. So this glass cleaner is the Method one. It smells like mint. It's not as nice a smell as some of the other Method products, but it does smell much better than the other glass products that I've tried. It doesn't smell like vinegar. Now, the reason I'm cleaning all of our little units is because in our bedroom, they've all got this glass protection cover thing on them. So on top of our little bedside tables, on top of that chest of drawers, and on top of my dressing table as well, it has got glass as a protection top on it. And obviously there's glass above in the form of a mirror. So I'm just wiping all of that over. I have a lot of these microfiber cloths, and what I do is just have like a big stack of them, and when one gets a bit damp and mucky, I just kind of chuck it in a pile and grab another one. I used to, years ago, use a lot of kitchen roll, and I just realised it wasn't economical, it wasn't good for the environment, and it was just much easier to just use these microfiber cloths, chuck them in on a hot wash. I was doing cloth nappies anyway. It made a lot of sense to use reusable things to clean with, and as long as you wash them on hot and wash them on long, and then you do not put any fabric softener in with them because it stops them being absorbent, then it's great. So that's the glass surfaces done in my bedroom, and my bed is done. Now, while I've got the glass cleaner out, I'm going to hit another few glass surfaces. So I'm not going to clean the whole bathroom, but I am going to clean this mirror. I often clean the bathroom while I'm in it. So you sometimes see me clean bathrooms in power hours, but more often than not, I clean it just while I'm there. Now this mirror, this really needed a clean. I noticed when I do some of my pictures for Instagram how filthy this mirror was. It's like, I can barely see my own face in this picture because it's so dirty. So this is one of the reasons that glass cleaner was going to be involved in my power hour, because this mirror and also the mirrors in my bedroom were stinking, just covered in handprints and dirt and grime. Now this is a very similar looking mirror to the one we just cleaned, but actually a minute ago we were in the upstairs bathroom, and now I'm in the downstairs bathroom. I'm also going to take this opportunity to refill the antibac that I had downstairs. I have been buying these refill bottles. It works out a bit cheaper, and you don't need to rebuy the trigger spray thing, which is cool. So I'm going to refill that and then just give this sink a little once over. This sink is like a high traffic area in our house because it's a downstairs loo, it's by the front door, it gets used a lot. It's also, if we have any guests, going to be seen by guests. So I do wipe this over probably a couple of times a day, and it gets absolutely filthy disgusting. So this is the wet, dirty washing I was talking about. That's where the cloths and things go, ready to go in the machine. Now, it's been an hour, believe it or not. So the first load has finished. It's time to get another load on. The sprinkly things, which we now know are called, what are they called, guys? I've forgotten again. Scent boosters. Scent boosters and pods are in. We'll get I'm just making sure it's all buttoned up properly. Get the duvet cover in there. Get some fabric softener in. Get the load on, and that's my power hour done. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Click on another one that's on screen now, and I shall see you guys very, very soon.